Welcome back to another episode of Rated Culture Podcast. I am your host, Brandon, and today I have a special guest with me today. I have the lovely Call Me Lovely, aka Wonkinda, from Zeus's new hit show, One More Chance. So I have her in the building today via Zoom interview. So we're going to get into a couple of questions. We're going to ask her how her filming is, her business, how she is, her personality and everything. So I would love to definitely introduce her today. How are you doing today, love?
Hi,
Hi.
how
Hi.
are
I'm
you?
doing great. I'm doing great. Thank you so much for being here. Thank
Thanks for
you.
having me.
Yes, yes. Thank you for coming. And so, real quick, I wanted to introduce the podcast to everybody. If this is your first time here, please like, comment, and subscribe. We are on Apple Podcasts. We are on Spotify Podcasts. We are on YouTube. And so, please follow us for content. More content coming available soon. And so, we're going to jump right into the interview. Okay, so how are you doing today? How's everything?
Everything's wonderful. I woke up feeling blessed this morning,
Amen.
Praise the Most High and all that, you feel
Yes,
me? Sun
amen.
was shining on me this morning. I felt well rested. I went to bed really early last night,
Mhm.
and I feel good.
Nice, nice. Okay. There we go. There we go. So, how was the pandemic? First of all, we're in the middle of a pandemic, 2020, 2021. How is that treating you? How are you surviving with that?
So, it's so funny, honestly, to me because I like just moved to California from the East Coast. Like
Mm.
I road tripped it to the West Coast, and I got here and I was just like, oh wow, the apocalypse decided to start right after I
Right.
moved to California. So it's actually went a lot better than I expected. I enjoyed my quarantine. I, I took the time to really like get into like a different routine, to like fall in love with myself, to be an activist, do a whole bunch of different things to really delve into all the things that I wanted to do, and instead of working. And it was so funny because I wanted to quit my job, and then the pandemic happened. So I didn't have to quit my job because I got laid off.
Wow. Okay. Okay. It's almost like blessings in disguise. You heard that saying before,
It
right?
was that,
Yeah.
like literally, I feel like a week or two before I used to work at 24-hour fitness, and I feel like two weeks before quarantine happened,
Mhm.
I was like, I'm about to quit my job. I can't do it
Can't do
anymore because I can't balance the auditions and then the castings and the modeling and then the gigs that I do get, and then I also
it.
do hair, and then I want to start my own thing. So
Right.
it's like I'm doing all this stuff, and I was like, I can't keep up this
Yeah.
thing that I'm trying to do.
Yeah. Trying to keep up with so many tasks, so many jobs,
Yeah.
and things like that. Yeah. Definitely.
So quarantine cleared a lot of stuff out of my path. I was really bogged down by having way too many things on my schedule and doing a lot, and it gave me a lot of rest period, because they really locked us down in LA and you really couldn't like leave or anything. It's like I would go outside, step outside my apartment, but unless I was going to the grocery store, I wasn't going anywhere. So
Hmm.
uh, I just stayed home. I wrote a lot. I played around with a lot of stuff, got creative, did castings online and stuff. And once things started opening up a little bit more, I started going out and doing gigs more and everything. And quarantine wasn't bad for me.
All right, all right, and that's good.
I enjoyed my
You know what it is. You made the most out of it. You made the most out of the
Yeah.
quarantine. It's a lot of people, unfortunately, it affected their lives drastically. So for you,
Yeah.
it's definitely been just a thriving time, definitely for
Yeah.
you. So thank you so much again for being here. I want to definitely appreciate you for that. So real quick, so you moved to LA recently. So where are you originally from?
I'm from Virginia.
Okay. Nice,
Yeah,
nice.
from the
DC.
East Coast,
Okay,
by
nice.
way Jersey and Georgia. I lived in Georgia for a little bit, Columbus, and
Okay.
my family's from Plainfield, New Jersey.
All
So
right, all right. Cause that's where I'm at right now in Clifton. So Plainfield,
okay,
yeah, yeah, yeah. So Plainfield's like right here, not too far, maybe like
yeah,
45 an hour. Okay, all right. Cause I saw I'm like she's East Coast originally. I'm like she has
yeah.
to be East Coast originally, but all right. So Virginia, like DC, right? DC area,
Richmond, Central
Richmond.
Virginia.
Okay, nice,
I
nice,
love
nice.
DC though. DC's my
Yes,
favorite place.
I love DC. Yes, DC. Love the culture. Love the food. Love everything. I love Richmond too. Richmond is such an upcoming city. I love it.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a diamond in the rough.
Yeah.
It really is.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Forbes did an article on Richmond not too long ago about how it's really a hidden gem, and there's a lot going on in Richmond that people don't know about because it's like a bubble.
Yeah.
I don't know. Richmond's like a little talent bubble, and there's a lot of talented people in Richmond. There's a lot of talented people in Virginia. Period.
Period. Yeah.
And they just got to get out. They got to get out the bubble.
That's how Charlotte. That's how Charlotte is too. Charlotte.
That's why I had to leave.
Yeah, yeah. You want to like broaden your horizons a little bit. I understand that. Definitely. Definitely. So you have siblings? Any particular siblings, brother, sister?
I have 2 older brothers and 3 older sisters.
Nice.
I'm the baby.
Nice. Oh, so you're the baby. Okay. Nice. Nice. I know that feeling. I know being the baby, being like almost like they treated you the best, or like the spoiled one almost, maybe, or not even.
I don't even know. See, I didn't grow up with my sisters. I grew up with my brothers, with my mom. So because I was the only girl, I think I got treated like I was like the oldest. I was supposed to be the most responsible.
Okay.
Like I was the baby.
Oh yeah, well, you know how parents can be.
Yeah.
They'll put the pressure on the only female in the family sometimes. So okay, I understand that. But having the brothers kind of definitely gave you like that courage and the strength to be like, hey, you know, I can go out and do whatever I want to do. I can move to wherever.
Yeah. I was a tomboy.
Okay. Nice, nice. So sports? Any sports?
Oh, track.
Me too.
Softball for a little while, volleyball for a little while. I did club lacrosse when I was in college, when I went to my first school.
Nice.
Lacrosse is really fun.
Okay. Nice, nice. I could see lacrosse. Really, I could see lacrosse and track.
But track mostly. Yeah, track mostly.
Okay, yeah, I did. Oh God, this is years ago. I did 400, 200, 4x2 relay. I didn't do any field events, so okay, yeah. I could definitely
4x1, 4x4, 100 and 200. And I did 1 300 and it killed me.
Oh, listen.
I think I did like a 50, 300. I was like, don't ever make me do 300 ever again because it's only going to get worse.
Hell, yeah. It's hell. Especially the conditioning for a sprinter.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, but now when I go out and run, I'm definitely way more of a long distance than a sprinter.
Yeah, long distance is way better now. Like, well, if you condition enough, it's better. But sprinting was a lot of like, back and forth intervals. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So I see. Describe your childhood. Describe like as in how was growing up, like especially with being the only sibling or sister sibling. How was that growing up, going to school, your friends? How was that?
Well, I'll just say that. I still have my best friend to this day since I was like 10 years old. I still have the same best friend. So that's a beautiful thing to have a friendship that's lasted 17 years. That's great.
Of course.
So as far as friends, that describes my friendships. I have like pretty much one best friend, that I talk to regularly, and we're very involved in each other's lives. Okay. But outside of that, I do have like, friends, college friends and people from along the way.
Okay.
Family. I grew up in a very strict household.
Okay.
A very, most African Americans, you know, most everybody in the diaspora. You can be African, African American, but Caribbean. Yeah. We usually all have very interesting childhoods, you know.
Yeah, of course, because the culture, you know, and growing
very
up,
interesting family dynamics, you know, because of the culture and yeah. So I mean, I grew up mostly, you know, in my mom raised me mostly by, well, she's married, but she's kind of, you know, single married. Well, not really single married, but
okay. Mother.
My stepdad, he stayed in Jersey majority of the time when we lived in Virginia, and he worked in Jersey. And my real dad, he's in the military, and he lived in Georgia. So.
All right. So it was a lot of back and forth a little bit with the family, but you did get to see everybody for the most part. Everybody was present.
Oh, I saw my stepdad mostly. I met my dad when I was about my real dad when I was like 13. That's when I started talking to him. Then I met him when I was like 15. And we're great. We're great to this day. We go on vacations together. We have a good time.
No, that's even better. That's even better. Family and traveling with family members, making up for times growing up. That's wonderful. That's awesome right there. Definitely. To be honest, for some reason, I don't know why I got the vibe. For some reason I thought you were Nigerian. I was getting like a Nigerian vibe. And you know what it is? On the show, when you were wearing your dress, and so when I was watching, I was like, maybe she's Nigerian, or what's the culture, you know? So I was like, let me see what particularly was, but it's just strictly.
Well, they decided to name me Wonkinda, so I was like, oh, Wonkinda forever. You feel me?
That's how I was like, okay, shoot. So, where's, you know?
I was just in it, if anything. And my friend, she designed that dress.
Nice.
So she designed most of the clothes that I wore during my confessionals and stuff. So
all right, and I was gonna say the dress was lit, and I was like the vibe was lit, the energy. I say I can see why he gave you that name. He could have played it out a little bit differently, but definitely.
Oh, that naming ceremony was horrible, honey. I almost wanted to fight him after.
Oh my God. No, yeah, it really was. We're gonna get into it.
That was our first day meeting him too. So I was like, you did have to get used to the humor, and I thought it was hilarious, like for the most part. But then I was just like,
We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that. The nickname lineup. We're gonna get into that because I have a couple of questions about that. But so I saw that or when you came up to him, you were just speaking languages, just left and right, and you were surprising him like this and this and this. And so, where did the fluent? First of all, how many languages do you know fluently? And
fluently, I'm not fluent in anything. Well, I'm fluent in Arabic, I guess, but
let's keep it.
I'm still in the learning process of all the languages, that I'm doing.
Okay. I heard French.
I can make it through. I have a great ear for a lot of it, but I'm still learning to be fluent. I need to find more people to talk to.
Travel. Go to France, go to Paris, whatever the case may be.
I need to.
Yeah, that's when you can really test it. But I think I heard French. I think I heard it was something else. And then I think they tried to play you like and you even said he's like, how do you don't even know African yourself? Some comment you made, and I'm like, right, you can't be critical about.
And Arabic is a widely spoken language in Africa.
In Africa, yeah.
So it's like,
I heard that.
Arabic is an African language. You can definitely say it's derived from an African language. Mm-hmm. Wow. Arabic's derived from Africa, so
nice.
I would call Arabic African language. But yeah, my parents were Muslim, so I went to a Muslim private school, and that's when I started speaking Arabic because we would go to the masjid and the mosque and everything, and we would pray in Arabic. So I took an entire Arabic class when I was a kid, when I was younger and everything, and I spoke Arabic in school and stuff. But when I left private school, if you don't have anybody to speak it to or do it with consistently, you lose it. So like I said, I just need to. And when I went back to college, I got back into it because they were teaching Arabic at Virginia State. So I got back into it, did like Arabic 101, then Arabic 111 or something like that. And I took those again, got my little A's, and kept it going because it's like I already had experience in it. So it was like an easy A taking it in college.
Nice.
And it was like a nice little refresher. So I'm getting back into that. And French is when I got to public school, you know, they always make you take a foreign language. So I took French from middle school all the way up to high school. And I mean, I do know a little bit of Spanish just because, you know, you'd be around so many Spanish people, you know, you can't help
I took Spanish.
To pick up Spanish.
Yeah.
I took Spanish, I think 1 semester, but I was like, what are you guys doing? I've been taking French this whole time. And I like got it off my schedule. I was like in Spanish class speaking French. So I was like, nah, this is not gonna work.
Right. Stick to one, keep it simple.
I was like, they're too similar. So I was like, gotta put me back in French. But I've been to Mexico like so many times, like 8-9 times maybe now. So it's like
nice. What's the favorite, or what's your favorite part? Because I'm actually considering going this year myself. I hear Tulum and Cancun and then Cabo. Those are the top 3.
Okay, so Cancun was very family to me. I've been to Cancun, Cozumel, Costa Maya, Cabo. Cabo is my favorite part of Mexico. And then I've been inland. I've been to Mérida, Mexico, and Mexico City. And that's like, if you want real Mexico, you go to the city. But I'm pretty sure you wouldn't go to the city now because of COVID and everything like that. But I'm so glad I got the chance to go out there because it's really pretty and they have these beautiful homes and architecture and everything. And Mexico City is really pretty.
Nice.
But my favorite place to go as far as beach, party, drinks, all that type of stuff, Cabo. Cabo's my favorite.
That's what I said. A friend of mine, we're trying to plan a trip soon. So he wanted to go to, I guess, Cozumel. And so I said Cabo or Tulum. I think Tulum. What that's the other?
Tulum.
So I wanted to go there, and so I said, you know what? Let's try Cabo. So thank you for that. I can kind of look into that because I see that like the art, the architecture, the resorts and things like that. They're beautiful. The beaches is right there, things like that. So I definitely want to experience. I've never been to Mexico. So I definitely want to experience that for the first time. Yeah. And they're open now for COVID. Even during COVID, they're still open. So gotta do what you gotta do. All right, real quick. So Virginia State, you went to Virginia State. You bachelor's in psychology. Okay, so that's interesting actually. Psychology. What made you go into that? And that, do you still have that passion to, go into that career, or that's it was at the time?
At the end of the day, my end goal is my end goal in life. I want to create a new school of learning. So I ended up taking psychology just because, when you grow up in a strict household, sometimes it's like you just live one way. You get to live one way, but you're trying to figure out all these other things that are going on around you and everything. And so I grew up with like a lot of anxiety. My mom, she suffered from bipolar disorder. I didn't really understand or get like what that meant because my mom didn't take medicine or anything like that. She didn't get diagnosed probably until like later when I got a little bit older. And it was very interesting. It was a lot of extreme highs and lows in my household and like just interesting, just a lot of hard times as a kid growing up emotionally because I didn't have like an emotional, cushion or, I didn't really have too much. I didn't have enough guidance as far as coping and things like that, Mm-hmm. There's a lot of yelling, a lot of arguing, a lot of cursing, a lot of throwing things, a lot of fights. Wow. And stuff like that. So I wanted to understand people more. And then people on the outside, because I had such a sheltered life. And then I grew up, in a Muslim household, which is so much different than everybody else. And then my family's from, Jersey. And then like, You know, everybody out here, Virginia's different, you know, Richmond's different. And I didn't have like a lot of friends either. Like I was a little nerdy, I was a little tomboyish, I was quiet, and that was pretty much it, you know. So I just wanted to understand people more. I always wanted to understand people and why people do what they do. And it's taken me a long way. And that's pretty much where the psychology of it all came from. I wanted to know what was going on with myself internally. And I wanted to know what was going on with the people around me and how I could handle it better and how I could cope with it better.
Right.
And
Nice. I respect that. I was a business major, but I took sociology, and then after that, it kind of like opened my eyes to so much more in that field. So I definitely can understand where you come from, as in growing up like very anxious, very, like, you know, the family, not being able to express yourself. So I definitely understand that part, and that's interesting. That's why I feel like you're kind of like we can kind of connect. Like you're very understanding, very empathic. So I definitely sense that vibe.
okay.
You have your LLC business, Loveli Lessons LLC, correct?
Yeah.
Right. Can you explain a little bit about that and what made you decide to go into that? Like you know.
So that's something else that's also derived from my mom. Like I said, like my end goal is to create a school one day. So I feel like I have so many life lessons and things like that. So ultimately it is a website that I'm constructing. It's a blog style website. It's going to be promoting Black businesses, people that I've worked with in the past, people that I've met along the way, restaurants, places I've traveled to, you know, photographers, designers. We make clothes. Literally Black people do everything. We do everything, you know? So for us to not be supporting each other and creating community, I want to create a rooted community. Have you ever seen the movie Avatar? When they're like all holding the trees and all the trees are connected and you can connect to the trees and stuff like that. That's the kind of network that I want to create.
Community, right.
So that's ultimately what my business Loveli Lessons is right now. And I have my own hair business. That's a part of it. That's under the umbrella.
Nice.
I do selling and consignment of clothes, and I make T-shirts. I can design T-shirts. I have my own presses and stuff like that. So I've started doing that. I model, so I do promotions and things. I do a little bit of graphic designing. I'm getting a little bit more into it. So I'm trying to dabble into everything, and then, you know, I act. I'm out there, you know, so I do all of that type of stuff. So I'm like, I want to, you know, do it all.
I also see that modeling, if I'm not mistaken, like modeling, or you maybe dip and dabble in modeling a little bit. Is that also a side hobby, side interest?
Oh, well, modeling, I've been doing that since I was 17 years old. And I've never done any like major campaigns where anybody nationally would know me or anything like that. But as far as like my modeling accomplishments, I feel like I'm pretty accomplished. I've done New York Fashion Week. I've done LA Fashion Week. I've been the face of an entire fashion week before in DC that was hosted by the Nigerian embassy, and I got to meet the Nigerian ambassador and all that kind of stuff. I've done really great high-paid shoots and everything where I've gotten to travel and stuff. Like I got to go to Hawaii last year to do a shoot and everything. And it didn't get published or anything like that, but I still got paid and everything, so it was great. So modeling is something that I've always done, gotten paid to do it. I've done it professionally for years and years and years, and that's what's kind of gotten me this far and gotten me into all the different avenues and different places that I've been. So
very nice. That's good. I see that you definitely dip and dabble in a lot of different areas, which is amazing. So with that being said, we're gonna I'm gonna ask about the zodiac sign real quick. We're gonna ask the rising sign, the moon sign. So from what you told me, so your sun sign Sagittarius, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, I remember the moon sign is Pisces moon, correct? It was a Pisces moon.
Yep.
Okay, so the rising sign, what was that? What's the rising?
Oh, my rising is Sagittarius too. So
yes, that's it.
Double flame.
Wow, so you got fire, very fiery, very expressive, and then the Pisces moon is like the kind of mellow. It'll kind of mellow you out, you know.
Yeah.
Relationship oriented, very considerate of others' feelings, things like that, and which I sense too. Very just like you ever heard of an old soul? You probably or like a
Everybody always tell me I got an old soul. I know I got an old soul.
Me too. Me too. I that's how I am. That's how I am. Because I'm Scorpio, so that's water sign, and I have Sag moon, my Sagittarius moon. So I guess that's like the conflicting. But then I have Cancer rising, so it's almost like I'm in my shell a lot, you know. But I'm very expressive, very even like arts, creative. I used to do music, things like that. So very nice, very nice. The Sagittarius general, love them. I like Sagittarius women more.
No, Sag men are crazy.
It's more.
They are crazy.
Sag general. That if you don't know, that planet is represented by Jupiter, which is the planet of expansion. Which meaning like. So as in when you say you travel, you do these. We
love knowledge, and we're philosophers, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Love the energy. Never have particularly dated one. I hear they're passionate, you know, very, very passionate.
You can't date us. You have to marry us.
You have to marry us. I'm dying. That's true.
I'm so serious. If you plan to date us, then we're not going to be around long.
But I don't know why there's a
long term.
I don't know why there's a rep with, and it might be Sag men, but there's a rep saying they say Sagittarius or something like that. Stay away from Sagittarius. They
say we're not committed, but it's like, okay, that's what I'm saying though. Like if you plan on dating us and like you're like, you're treating it as if it's gonna be this thing that's not gonna last that long, then we're not taking it that serious and we're dating too. Mm-hmm. So we date.
Date. Yeah. That's one thing about a Sagittarius.
So they'll confuse that as cheating and say that we're not committed and all that type of stuff. But you were never taking it serious in the first place. So calm down.
Right. And that's I tell people to give them a chance. You know, we're not going to slander other signs too much, but Sagittarius and my because you're right after Scorpio, so I can understand that. Like I want to do. It's almost like very spontaneous, which I respect. You know, I respect the like traveling, doing different things. Like you guys are always in your grind, so I can definitely respect that. So we're gonna get into the Zeus filming, the Zeus experience a little bit. Real quick, I want to also tell the listeners to if they're on YouTube Live, definitely check out our IG. We have Rated Culture Podcast on IG. We're on YouTube. We're on Spotify. We're on Apple Podcasts. Please check us out, Rated Culture Podcast. Please leave comments in the YouTube description, you know, and everything. Give us some stuff that we can talk about, some questions that I have for the Miss Wonkinda, and we're gonna get into a couple of questions about Zeus. And so this is what people exactly probably are waiting for. So Zeus, one more chance. It premiered last year. How did the casting process of Zeus come about? Like, kind of break it down as in what made you go or decide to do the show? What made you decide, or how did the casting process go? They flew you out? Like, just break it down up until, I guess, you got the call. How did that go about?
Okay, so like I said, most of the stuff that I've gotten is from me modeling and me going out to casting calls and all that kind of stuff. So I went to this casting call that this celebrity stylist is having, and I didn't get picked for that job, but he was saying that he was going to be posting about another job that was coming up. He was talking to me specifically, and he was looking at me, and he was like, I'm posting something. He was like, be prepared next time. You see who got picked this time, so be prepared, you know, the next time I have a casting. So I was like, it was a few of us over there, but he was like making a lot of eye contact with me. So I was just like, okay, I feel the vibes. I feel like he's talking to me. I'm going to read into it. So he does post the casting. I look at it and it says, Zeus Network, you know, casting call for dating series. And I was just like, dating series. I was like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to deal with it. I was dating at the time, and the person that I was dating, it just kind of was like, it went down the drain. So I was just like, I don't want to deal with it. I was like, I was like, I'm going to go right back into my little shell. I'm not dating anybody, dealing with anybody. And then my homegirl, she sends me the same casting and she DMs it to me. So I'm like, okay, fine. I'll go. I'll just go. I'll see what's going on. And then when I looked at the address, or when I submitted for it and I got the address and all the information for it and everything, it was actually like right down the street from where I lived. And I was like, oh, wow. So I just drove over there because I already live in LA. So I just drove over there, drove over to the casting spot, and just, waited around, chilled, Got my number after I had my little mask on and stuff. Everybody was all masked up. Casting's so different now.
Yeah.
I had to get temperature checked, and you had to stay masked up pretty much until you went in the room, and got my number. And when I got my number, first of all, they gave me the number 9, which is my life path number. So I was just like, oh, yes. And then when I looked at the name, because they had the logo of the show on the number where they would give the numbers. And I looked at the name and it said One More Chance. And it looked like cowboy letters. So I was like,
Did you at the time when you saw that, did you have an idea that it was Chance from?
Yeah. I got excited. I was like, One More Chance. I was like, I literally started like putting the pieces together in my head as I was sitting down waiting for them to like let us in and everything. So I'm just sitting there and I'm like, And I remember seeing Shira in the room. I saw Believable. I saw Special K. I saw Yola. I remember seeing all of them I saw Plastica and Karen. They were really loud when they came in. They were awesome. They brought the party in. I love them because they brought.
Yeah, they had good energy. She's a Sag. Plastica.
So she came in full fire.
I loved how energy, because she was just like, even in, like, one of the rooms, not to cut you off real quick, but in one of the rooms where you guys were chilling and talking, she's just like, yeah, what's up? She was ready for the party. I had to shout her out to that.
Straight up. She was shot o'clock every hour.
Yeah, she was ready. That's one energy.
She was shot o'clock since she walked in the door. So I was like, I love Plastica. Plastica's hilarious. Nice. She's absolutely hilarious. She's hired.
So after the casting, that initial casting, when did they call you, when was it officially like a call, say, hey, you made it to the show, or can we, start filming? Like, what was the process from doing the actual casting to actually getting the call to then actually filming?
I believe I got the call maybe about a few days later, maybe about a week later or something like that. It wasn't that long, and then maybe we started filming maybe about 2 or 3 weeks after the call. So it was the casting was, I believe, like at the end of July, and then we started filming mid-August.
Nice. Okay, so it wasn't too far stretched. They wanted, I think Zeus, and this fun fact, I think Zeus wanted to, I appreciate the fact, like, even with this pandemic, they are still doing content. They're still filming. I know, like, I don't know if, were you guys required to get tested, or
they're making a way, they're making a way. They made testing available, well, like, they told us, go get tested.
Yeah, of course. They want to make sure.
So it was up to us to do it ourselves, but a lot of us did get it done and everything. I know Secrets talked about it regularly. She's like, I gotta go get tested.
Really?
Yeah, okay. She's like the main person I was hearing, and I was like, I gotta go get tested. But I just got into an argument with somebody over that. It's talking about, girl.
Wow. Okay. So with what I realized, you were the closest in the house with BDBs. Shira maybe a little bit. I want to say Believable, but then I saw her trying to, when you guys had that sit down, I feel like she was just trying to attack you just because. And then it was one more girl. You just said it. Plastica. I think I saw a little place where you guys were speaking. But for the most part, I think who you were. I'm sorry, secrets. I think the closest the people that you were closest with the most was BDBs. I really want to say secrets and Shira. Is that accurate, or what do you who are
Um,
you cool with?
I'm cool with pretty much everybody. I mean, as far as like being like close enough to like hang out, the only people that I've probably hung out with outside of the show or anything like that, I have seen Secrets, I have seen Believable. You know, me and her, we've gone out and gotten drinks, had fun together. I've
Nice.
seen BDBs, of course. I knew BDBs before the show. I used to always run into BDBs at casting calls. She's a model too. She's done LA Fashion Week as well, you know, so I know her from just like the modeling circuit. And who else? Me and Shira, of course, we've hung out. I've hung out with Cheeks outside of the show. I've hung out with Yodla outside the show. Yeah.
All right. So you were just neutral. You were just neutral for the most part. You were just there to, of course.
I was there for a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I wasn't really too involved with, everything else that was going on. I wasn't really worried about that,
Right.
I was planning on staying in the house.
Right. And that's why when I saw what happened, like, or just how, like, just the elimination, I'm just like, I had a watch party with my friends at the time. And so my friend Tiara, she really, like, literally almost passed out when you were eliminated, because it's like, what was really the reason why you were eliminated? I don't think the reason he wanted to say was for what you were smoking. And okay,
no, I mean he said we didn't really have too much. What they didn't show, okay, he was like, we didn't really have too much time to gain the type of connection. Like, we're cool, man, we're cool, like we would be like in a friend space, But he was like, he thinks I belong with some type of monk or something like that. Somebody who could be peaceful all the time or something like that. And
disrespectful.
I was like, I don't think I belong with a monk, but okay.
Honestly, though, even the nickname, I felt, and this is my opinion, I feel like he tried it with the Wonkinda. I understand that he was getting the culture. He automatically saw you as like culture. This girl's about culture. She's something like different about her. She can speak languages, but he didn't have to kind of play it like that. He could have gave you something like, whatever.
My other nickname was supposed to be Lingo.
Lingo.
They discussed Lingo. Lingo was thrown out there, but they stuck with Wonkinda.
Wonkinda was better. Because I get it, but I feel like Chance kind of, these nicknames, especially, how the nickname came about with Flavor of Love, I Love New York. They even had Real Chance. That came back early VH1 days. So now these shows, like, especially Zeus, I understand they do the nicknames, which give it more personality. But if you're gonna give names that's gonna be like accurate. Something that's gonna like respect me. Give me something that's gonna be respectful. Not just give me something just based off of first impressions. Explain the whole nickname ceremony, because I know that was a lot of it was all over the place, and then that line was long. First of all, I think you weren't all the way back there.
I went number 2.
Yeah, I was like, honestly, you came walking, you came up, you did the link, like it was quick, but it was a long line. I feel bad for the people that were back there. Like, who was last? Mangina. There's a lot of people. Special K. It was a long line. But explain just what you were thinking, like in line, and the name, and did you have a name in mind that you wanted him to give you, or like elaborate a little bit just with that?
I actually was cool with Lingo. Like I wasn't minding Lingo. And if he would have said, he said Wonkinda. So I was just like, okay, I Wonkinda or Wakanda, or I didn't really know. Like, it was a little confusing to me, but it was interesting. The fact that he didn't realize that Arabic was an African language, he really tried to have like a whole little argument with me, actually, and they didn't show that. And he called me a sellout, and I was really like offended. He called me a cultural sellout, and I was really offended because he said I didn't know any African languages. And I was like, whoa. And we almost had like a thing because I'm like, what? Like I said in my confession, I was like, you don't know any of it. So please don't start with me.
Right. I did. You know what? One thing about for you, like you were one of my top tier favorites this for the show. I do like how you really like clapback. You really had clapback for stuff, and I was like, you know what? She's not just gonna let you just say anything. You know, she's gonna check you real quick. But wow, that's interesting. So he tried to come for your character. He tried to come like, almost disrespect. And Zeus, in general, we love them. We love how they're doing. But some of the content on there, or like, you know, their interviews, like they really cut throat. Like they really.
I mean, honestly, it's just not bleeped out. I mean, this ain't nothing that ain't nobody heard before. People talk this type of stuff all the time. And I just feel like nowadays people have gotten way, way, way more sensitive, way, way, way more sensitive. Nobody wants to hear anybody's opinion about anything anymore. Mm-hmm. Everything's outrage culture nowadays. Everybody wants to be outraged about something or censor somebody, or you're not supposed to say that. People say whatever the heck they want to say all the time. And even if they don't say it, they still feel it, and you're still gonna feel it when you get around them. So it's like whether they say it or not, people should be able to express themselves honestly.
Exactly.
You don't like me?
Exactly.
If you don't like me, just say you don't like me.
Right. Was there any in particular unseen footage within your time on, you know, the episodes that you had? Was there any, well, not exactly fights, if you want to say that, or was there any unseen footage that the fans maybe know about particularly?
Roly Poly said she tried to have an argument with me, but I was just like, I don't know who she was arguing with. She was arguing with like at the air or something like that, because it was a bunch of people in the kitchen. And I know what I said to her. She know what she said to me. And she definitely tried to make it seem like it was more than what it was. And I was just like, girl, bye. And that's all I'm gonna say on that.
Interesting. Yeah, interesting.
People already know about it. Zeus Tita already did a whole little thing on it or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I'm just like, okay, whatever. Mm-hmm. That's out there already. Mm-hmm. And she decided to bring that shit up because it wasn't even nothing to bring up, honestly.
Wow, Roly versus you. I'm okay. That's interesting. She made a comment, but she's like one kind. Like when you got your name, she was like Wonkinda.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's like, I really don't understand her. I really don't get her, whatever. Because whenever we did have an issue or something like that, like after we had the little situation that she brought up or whatever, and was like, that wasn't caught on camera or whatever, we had a talk after that, because I was like, I don't do all this back and forth and stuff.
Right.
And I said, because it's COVID. Yeah, I kissed the man, but I'm not going to be kissing nobody after they lick somebody's ass. It's COVID. I didn't kiss him after he kissed anybody. I made sure if I kissed him, I was the only person that was kissing him at the moment when I kissed him. If y'all want to kiss him after me, go ahead and do that. I ain't kissing him after he kissed somebody else.
I feel
That's how you get mono.
Yeah, I was gonna say mono. I remember mono back in the day. If you growing up, mono definitely. But COVID for real. But you know, even though you guys got tested, still it's the principle. At the end of the day, it's the principle. Yeah, people forget that even though it's a show, it's being filmed. I'm still going to stay true to how, like, you're still going to stay true to how you are. And so that's what, for you, like, you spoke to him and you was like, I'm not feeling this energy.
To make a little fight out about that. And I'm like, ugh, girl, bye. Mm-hmm.
You stay, I like how you told him, he was like, where you at? I haven't seen you and this and that. You're like, I'm not feeling the energy. I'm not feeling it. So how you expect me to, on a show, remember, on a show, I'm not feeling the energy with everything going around. You did say something to Mangina. I do like that. You were like, you're doing too much. Like you're extra, you know. So I definitely, that's why I said, you know what, she's very, like, she's going to express herself. She's not going to let anybody push her around. She's very neutral for the most part. Even the part with Believable, when the sit down, which I thought honestly was hilarious, because I felt like, not trying to, you know, discredit her or nothing, but I felt like she was trying to find something. She was trying to find something to get at you at, because he was asking her, but there was really nothing. You were a solid person. So I was like, there's nothing really that she's going to find. Or try to, you know, downplay about you. But you were honest, like, I feel like Believable is, you know, it's something else, you know, and that's a whole, you know, different topic right there. But for the most part, you did not. I wish.
Believable is a wonderful girl. She is wonderful. She's sweet. She's fun.
Yeah.
She's awesome. I love
Yeah,
Believable.
yeah.
So,
Love the
that's all.
energy. She had clapback too. When she did the episode with New York. Now I wish you would have made it that far. Oh my gosh, I wish you would have made it to the next episode. And I would love to see you in New York. Kind of. I feel like New York would have liked you, because you're just an authentic, like straightforward type of girl. I wish you would have made it to the next episode. But as you see, she was going in it with even Shira. I was surprised that Shira got, who else? Rolly and everything. But for the most part, this is the main question. Do people always, or there's stuff going around, I guess, in the media, is the show scripted, or did producers have influence in this, or this is strictly like what happened, just filmed? What did the producers influence? Say it again.
The shit is real.
Okay.
It's real.
Okay.
It's real.
Okay.
It's real. People decide what they want to do when the camera turns on, and that's honestly what it is. And it's a funny thing because you can decide to really just lay back and be who you are and let life come to you, or you can decide, oh, camera time to turn on, time to turn up.
Yeah.
But when the camera's off, oh, hi, oh, hey, oh, I want to be, and yeah.
What to be seen? I call it attention seeking. So and it's filming. I get it.
And you gotta have those people though, because those are honestly the people that are gonna make the show and have all the moments, because they want to have all the moments. They want to be in the camera and all that type of stuff. But
that wasn't your energy. You really stayed low key. You told them like,
camera
hey.
finds me. Let me say.
Mm-hmm. For me, Rick, your post confessionals was awesome. Awesome clap back. I love the energy, and you were just reading everybody like, I'm not really feeling them. And that's why I was like, damn, they need to really give her some type of more. I want to see more of these post confessionals, because I feel like at that point you already saw the energy, you already read like how it is. I feel like they showed you in a light that was almost like, even the pole episode, you were straight up, you like, I do pole dancing, and you were good. Everybody else, I feel like, we're struggling a little bit. So with that,
not too many people touched the pole. The pole was actually very difficult. So because we didn't have you need alcohol, you need wipes, you need like a nice towel and all that type of stuff to keep it dry. And it was a static pole. So honestly, we was having a lot of fun with it earlier in the day. By the time we actually got to the challenge, I think we was tired. Oh my God, because we was like, a few of us was playing on me, Yola, Cheeks. Who else was over there playing on it? I think Secrets for a little bit. We were just like testing it out, and yeah.
The pool challenge was good too. That was a lit challenge. The natural all natural challenge. You came out popping. They even the Zeus effects had to catch you, and so you were like, I think the second or third one. So that was, to me, I was like, all right, she's doing challenges. She's showing who she is. She doesn't have to be seen. She doesn't have to be in drama. I don't know why, unfortunately, he made his choice with who he chose, but it's about substance at the end of the day, and in my opinion, I feel like he missed out on a woman with substance. You get what I'm saying? So that being said, Grandmama, how was it filming with her? She was a vibe. She looked like she was a vibe. Grandmama, or what they call her, Barbara, that was her name?
Her name was Barbara.
Barbara, yeah.
Her nickname was Grandmama. Grandmama is a vibe, because it's like the type of energy that she has at the age that she is beautiful. It's a beautiful thing to see. But Grandmama is with the shits. That's what people don't know. Like, because she be trying to fake she really be trying to fake the funk, but she is with the shits. And she will sit there, she'll argue with people, she'll do all that. She's an internet troll.
Really? You know what's crazy? She did the swimming challenge. She did the outside challenge with the horses. It was something else. She clapped back. Her it's just y'all could not. That was the secret weapon. That was the secret
Girl,
weapon.
Mama did not play it. She did not come to play, period. Like,
and then I found out that she's Scorpio. She said it like, and I'm like, wow, yeah, that's the energy. She's I'm here. You know, I don't care how old I am. I thought you know what's crazy? When I saw her, I'm like, this is a joke. They're not gonna keep her. They're not gonna keep her too long. But she made it through. I forgot what. He did have to let her go because of it comes down to reality, as in the age difference, the age gap. Excuse me. And so, but she honestly was giving people run for their money on the show. I'm not gonna lie. But I heard, I think Special K, they called her like, she's like Barbara. Like they were just saying her name. They weren't really calling her that. But wow, that's interesting. So we have the reunion coming up. This upcoming. I think it's gonna be. Do you know if it's gonna be part 1, part 2?
Sunday. I'm not sure yet. We have to wait and see. But it most likely might be. It might be. They might just put the whole thing out.
Yeah.
But we don't know.
Nice. And you know, Zeus, they already surprised us with the whole 2 weeks. Like I thought it was coming on last week, and I was like, damn, I gotta wait another week. But so I know we're not gonna talk about it too much because we want the followers and the listeners to tune in, of course. Is there anything in particular that we can expect from you? I really do. I can't wait to see you coming on there. I hope like you do say your piece, as in how you felt being in the house. You know, I hope you know, I don't think nobody particularly is trying you or going to come at you because you're not like problematic, but do you feel like you said your piece for the most part, you know, afterwards with the reunion?
I mean, like I said, like I've hung out with most of the girls after the show. So it's like to have a reunion for me, I'm just like, I've seen y'all. Like I just seen you last week. Like it's not a reunion for me. And anything that I had to say to anybody, I said it during the show. So I was just, you know,
all right,
seeing certain people that I haven't seen. It was a reunion for me to see like Grandmama. I hadn't seen Grandmama. I hadn't seen Plastic and Karen. I hadn't seen Games in a while. I hadn't seen Mangina. Hadn't seen
Yummy, Yodeler.
Yummy.
Yeah.
No, I seen Yodeler.
Okay.
I seen Yodeler.
How you cool with her?
I hadn't seen Cheeks in a little while, but I had seen Yodeler.
You cool with Yodeler? I haven't heard you particularly speak much on her. She was okay for the. I know she had a lot going on with her.
I like her.
Yeah, I like her vibe too. I understand she had like a lot going on, but to be honest, I feel like she held herself down for the most part. Let's see how she goes through the reunion. Especially with everything, I feel like a lot of people are gonna come for her. Do you have any future projects that you're filming? I know you mentioned something coming on soon, but what's any future projects that we should see you on? Are we gonna see you on TV more? Are we gonna see you like where can we see more of you in the future?
Well, rated culture. I'm for the culture, you know.
Yes,
so
thank you.
I'm glad and I'm so proud to have all of the projects that I've been doing to be on Black-owned networks and to be, with Black-owned CEOs and directors and producers and things like that. And to be on all Black sets. And it's a beautiful thing to be able to do stuff like that, or just multicultural sets. So as far as my work and things go, right now I'm only on Zeus, which is an all Black streaming network, and I'm on All Black, which is formerly UMC. And that is also a Black-owned streaming network that shows all Black media and movies and plays and musicals and scripted shows and things. So I have another show that's the season 2 premiere is about to drop on January 14th for the show Double Cross that I'm on. Double Cross. Double Cross.
Nice. That what's network is that, by the way?
It's All Black. It's a streaming network. So it's just like Netflix or Zeus. You pay like the monthly subscription and everything, and they have all types of content, original content, and some movies and plays and shows that have been out before.
This is another particular dating show, or is it just like
No, this is a scripted show.
Scripted,
okay. This is a scripted show. This is acting. Yes.
Nice. So we can see you in a different light.
Yes, you will see me in a different light. It's a show that's centered around these vigilante twins that are basically based in LA, and they are fighting against a human trafficking ring. So, yeah, it's a little action packed. It gets a little crazy. It's drama. There's sex, romance, all that type of stuff. And it's a great script. Black-owned directors from DMV.
Okay. Again, East Coast. Shout out to that. Nice.
Shout out to Howard and Crystal Gibson.
Hey, shout out. And what was the date for this? You said January
14th.
14th. Okay, so tomorrow. That's tomorrow. Hey, all right. So I definitely have to promote that on IG, and I'm gonna check that out for you. And I also want to promote the Loveli Lessons LLC. So I want to promote that brand for you. Yes, of course.
And part of that, you guys got to get your T-shirts. I made these T-shirts.
Nice. Now that's on your website, your LLC website, correct?
The website is still under construction. These are on my Depop.
Depop. Okay. All right. Now that's link in bio. Everybody can go there to check that out, correct?
Yep.
All right. Because I'm gonna order me one, of course, to support you. And I would love definitely soon. Let's do a follow-up interview. See where you're at. See how things are going within the 2021. I send you blessings and just prosperity this year going forward for you. You're awesome on the show. Great personality. Love to see you more reality TV or whatever you decide to do. And I just thank you. Just thank you for being here today and just clearing the air. I wanted you to clear the air with just everything because I feel like I didn't see a lot of you on there, and I was like, oh man, like no, you gotta get like a follow up. Let her see her side of things. So thank you so much. And I want to also put out for the content for the listeners. If you guys like this content, please subscribe to YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, and please follow the Instagram page, Rated Culture Podcast on Instagram. And with further ado, I want to thank you. Thank you so much, love, for being here. And we'll check you guys out next time. Thank you.